Hello, seniors! Welcome to the BYU application opening night. We are so excited to be here with you tonight. Levi just said that there are over 1,000 that are already tuned in. We've got about 3,000 that registered. You know, COVID isn't famous for all of the good things that it brings, but this is one of them. This is the biggest live stream that BYU Admissions has ever done. We are making history and you're part of it. We're so grateful that you're here with us tonight. My name is Kim, and I am your host for tonight. This is my co-host, moderator, Levi. He's the one that's going to be keeping up in the chat and keeping me on track to make sure that we cover everything that we need to. Behind the camera, we have Thad, and then the magic making all the technology happen is Kelton. We're the only ones here in studio tonight, but we have a whole team of admissions sitting at home, working remotely, being safe, that are in the chat. They're there to answer your questions, to interact with you. We encourage you to be active and to engage in the conversation. So, without further ado, let's talk about tonight. Here's what you can expect. We're going to go over things that you guys want to know about. How to start a BYU application. How do you even begin? Okay, we'll talk about it, don't worry. Then we're going to touch on just some of the many resources that BYU has for students on campus. We're going to go through admission tips. So we'll talk about the application, we'll talk to the director of admissions, we'll get a perspective from current students who were sitting in your spot not that long ago, and we're going to get advice that you will want to know about the application and as you fill it out. And then we're going to round out the evening talking about scholarship, right? Give me the money, show me the money. We're going to talk about it. We'll tell you all the ways that BYU can help you pay for your education. Now, Levi, I think there's a big elephant in the room that we want to have. Yes. We have a lot of swag to give out, is that right?
We do have a lot of swag.
So, Levi, maybe you can tell us what the swag is that we're going to be giving out tonight.
Okay, we got lots of things here. We've got this thing, and I'm pretty sure this is a pencil. Nope, it's a water bottle. Got right here, this is a t-shirt. I don't know what size it is. We got this thing, is a isosceles triangle that we often hand out to people. It's really exciting. And then this is the softest blanket you've ever had. I'd compare it to petting a cat, but it's more like the cat is petting you. So they're in good hands tonight.
Nice. Lots of good stuff. So water bottles, we've got some hats, we've got the, like you said, the blankets. Okay, so how can you win swag tonight? First way, engage in the chat. That's why Levi's here. He's going to be watching, he's looking for comments, he's looking for really good questions, and he's going to be pulling winners throughout the night. We're just going to be throwing stuff out to you. Second way is to start a BYU application. Now you might be thinking, Kim, we just barely opened it today. What are you talking about, right? Well, we have a little video, and we're going to show you the first 6 steps to start a BYU application. As many of you who do that by midnight tonight, so midnight Utah time, right? We have to go by our time zone, will be entered to win one of the 5 BYU blankets. We're going to announce the winners tomorrow on our Instagram stories, so you'll have to be tuned into that. But let's talk about what that looks like, okay? We've made a little video to show you what it looks like to actually start a BYU application. Kelton, let it roll.
Here's how to start an application to Brigham Young University. Step 1. Go to apply.byu.edu. If you have ever come to BYU for EFY or sports, music, or dance camps, you might already have a BYU ID. Put that in here. If you forgot your password, we can help you with that. If you need to create an account, click on Sign In with Church Account and use your church login that is tied to your membership record if applicable. That will take you to the welcome page where you can complete Step 2, review the privacy policy, and click Continue. Seriously, Step 2 is just that easy. Step 3, Fill in your name, address, email, and so forth. Step 4. Hit the Start Application button for BYU. That's even easier than Step 2. Step 5. Agree to the authorization and release information. Lastly, Step 6. Select your applicant type, starting semester, and major. If you don't know which major you want, just select Open Major. And that's it. You've officially started a BYU application. 2 important tips though. Always use the same login to access your application. This is so you don't accidentally start more than one application or have multiple accounts. Lastly, every page of the application has instructions that can answer a lot of your questions. Have fun applying, and good luck.
All right, there you go. It's just that easy. Again, whoever completes those first 6 steps, midnight tonight, August 26th, 2020. So if you're watching this after it's not live, it doesn't count, just live, everyone who's watching right now. Whoever completes those first 6 steps by midnight, you'll be entered to win a drawing tomorrow that will be announced on our Instagram stories. But Levi, you said that the chat has been blowing
They're
up
blowing
already.
it up. This is awesome. The goal is to give our team carpal tunnel syndrome by the end of the night.
Yeah, our team is chatting as fast as they can, for sure.
That's the idea. So we got somebody to give some swag to. There's more to come. We got Losaline Stewart.
Losaline Stewart.
She specifically wanted an isosceles triangle, so we're going to give her an isosceles triangle.
All right.
With BYU on it.
All right. So there you go. An isosceles triangle, also known as a pennant. What was her name?
Losaline Stewart.
Losaline. Okay, send your admission
Beautiful name.
right here to admissions@BYU.EDU. That is a beautiful name. Let us know where to send it to, and just we'll get it out to you as soon as this is over. All right. So that's 2 ways that we've talked about that you can win swag tonight, right? The chat and then starting the application. The third way is the admissions Mythbusters that we sent out last week. So we sent this email out to like thousands of you, and we got thousands of responses. Thank you so much. That helps us to kind of gauge our messaging so that we know what you guys know about BYU admissions, or what you think you might know that maybe is not right. So we're going to talk about some of those myths, and we're going to either confirm them or we're going to bust them. Okay? Let's see what this is going to look like. First one tonight is that BYU has a maximum number of students it admits from each state. Now, this might have looked a little bit different for some of you. It might have said that getting into BYU is harder if you're from Utah or something along those lines. But just know that this includes all states, and it's talking about the quotas from each state. Let's find out if that's true or false.
This is not true. There are no preferences given to any category of applicants. However, members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in good standing do receive preference, but there are no quotas for race, state, ethnicity, return missionaries, or gender.
All right, thanks to Mark for explaining that for us. So I didn't mention this before, but I invited some of our outreach team to help us with these videos. So you're going to see the whole outreach team tonight, and they're going to tell us the true or false. But
And Mark's
that
probably
one,
the most trustworthy guy you'll ever meet. So
that's true. Mark's a pretty great
if
guy,
Mark
and we're
says
lucky.
It's true or false? It's true.
It's
Not
true.
a bad golfer.
Oh, true.
He is a good golfer too. Yes. All right. But Mark told us that that one is busted. Not true. Okay. So there you go. That's our first myth. That's what it's going to look like. Now, we did promise that we would have some winners for everyone who participated in our survey would have a chance to win some swag. Levi, I think we have some winners. Who is
do.
our first one?
We'll go first winner, and these guys, let's see, Sydney McMillan.
Sydney McMillan. There you go.
I believe from North Dakota.
I think she's from North Dakota.
Yes.
Yep, Sydney
The great
McMillan
state
from
of
North
North
Dakota. There we go. We are going to send you a t-shirt. So congratulations. Let us know what size and where to send it right here. Admissions@BYU.EDU. Congratulations to Sydney. All right, so moving along in our agenda for tonight, why BYU? Now, maybe some of you already are convinced that BYU is your school. You're ready to start an application. You want to be here, and we want you. maybe some of you are a little more on the fence. You know, you're not exactly sure if BYU is what you're looking for. We want to show you all the great reasons why we love BYU and that maybe you should consider BYU also. First of all, BYU has a beautiful campus. It is right up against the Wasatch Mountains. We've got Utah Lake to the west. There's all sorts of outdoor recreational activities. We've got ski resorts within just a few miles, lots of hiking, biking, anything you can think of outdoorsy, it's right around the corner. Now, if that's not your vibe, if you prefer to be downtown, Provo, Orem area has so much entertainment, shopping, you know, retail, dining, all of it. It's there. So on campus, off campus, there are a lot of options to keep you busy. If that's still not enough for you, using your BYU student ID, you can get to Salt Lake in 45 minutes for free. That's right. So with your BYU student ID, you can ride the tracks and the front runner and get to Salt Lake or the airport, direct stop, for free. Okay, so you definitely, the possibilities are endless. Okay, we love campus. If you haven't had a chance to take a tour of BYU, we are happy to announce that we have a virtual tour, and you can sign up for a virtual tour at tours.byu.edu, and you can see more and learn more about our beautiful and wonderful campus. Okay, what's the next reason you might consider BYU? Well, BYU has a special mission, right? As members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and being sponsored by the church, we put so much into our students, and not just in their academics. We care about you as a whole person. We want to develop you in every way. We have all sorts of resources to help you succeed in your time here on campus. Teachers, assistants, and labs to help make those maybe bigger classes feel really small and give you that one-on-one connection. We also have a whole office called First Year Experience that teams you up with a mentor in an uppergraduate or upperclassman that will help you through your first year. They just kind of show you the ropes, help you get involved, help you to learn about all the great things that BYU has to offer. Next is Early Alert. This is a program that was developed to help look for kind of red flags. So if someone's struggling, then we can reach out and help get you the resources you need to get you through those hard times. Because we know that coming to campus, going to college is an adjustment, okay? We all went through it, we know what it's like. We're here for you to help you. And last, of course, you can find tutors on campus to help you with subjects. The main point of all of this is to show you that we care about you, we care about your success and being a student here, and if you look for help and you're willing to ask for help, we have the resources to help you be successful in whatever you're looking for. Okay, Levi.
Swag time.
I think it's swag time.
We gotta give some call-outs. These guys are going crazy.
Oh
here.
my gosh, you guys, this is so fun.
So first of all, this is cheating. I recognize it, but there's someone named Levi Powell, so he's getting swag.
Oh, Levi.
Oh yes, Levi
You're getting
Powell.
swag. Levi Powell.
Getting a T-shirt. We've got another person who said that BYU is the best, no question. Reagan Wren.
Levi and Reagan.
You're
there
gonna
you
win.
go.
And then we got one more. Just a little shout out, and you'll get a T-shirt. Amber Spencer said, Levi, if you see this, say hi to Trenton. Hey Trenton. It's nice to be with you guys tonight, so we'll do that. So Amber Spencer, Trenton, Reagan Wren, and Levi Powell, send us in your information.
Okay, there you go. All those winners right here. Admissions at BYU.EDU. Now, are they all getting T-shirts?
They're all getting T-shirts.
You're all getting a T-shirt. Tell us what size, where to send it. Cool. I think we should get out another T-shirt for the next myth. Here's the next one. So this one was super interesting, okay? BYU has minimum test scores and minimum GPA requirements for admission. The reason this was so interesting is that it was about 50-50, okay? That means that half of the responses we got said true and almost half said false. Let's find out.
This is not true. There is no minimum standardized test score to apply, and there is no minimum GPA required either.
To Missy for answering that for us. That one is, again, not true. Totally busted. No minimum requirements. So we don't have a minimum. We don't focus on just your scores. We'll get to it in a minute, but we use a holistic review. So there's more to you than just your scores, and we don't have minimums. All right, moving right along. Let's talk about the application itself, shall we? We sat down with, like I said, the director of admissions, Lori Gardner, this week, and don't worry, it's pre-recorded. We kept safety distance. We're being safe. And we just asked Lori to tell us some of the best advice that she could give if you're thinking about applying to BYU. Let's take a look.
BYU is a wonderful school, and we hope all students will consider it as one of their top options. The reasons that make BYU so unique is because we are sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So not only do we have this amazing academic programs offered at the university, but it's tied to the gospel principles. And so when a student comes to BYU, they not only get to have their minds expanded, but they also get to have their hearts expanded. And then as they align themselves with the aims of a BYU education, which include spiritually strengthening, intellectually enlarging, character building, all leading to lifelong learning and service, they can go out into their communities and they can serve those around them and be good citizens. And that's what we really hope happens when students come to BYU, that they have those opportunities to go out into their communities and be the best that they can be. A strong BYU application includes a candidate who has read through the application, who has understood the prompts that we are asking and responds to those specific prompts. We love it when the students have prepared themselves by reading through the mission and aims of a BYU education so that they're familiar with what BYU has to offer them. We hope that these students also will look to others to help them proofread their application so that they have grammatically correct information in their application. We also encourage students not to plagiarize as they are writing their information. We hope that they will use their own genuine thoughts and ideas. It's often easy for us to tell when a student is not being genuine, and we hope that they will look into themselves and write about what it is they want us to know specifically about them as they answer the prompts we've presented. A holistic review means that we look at the entire application for an individual who's applying to the university. So when we say we look at the whole application, we mean exactly that. We look at everything that the student puts on the application. We care about the extracurricular activities, we care about their spiritual preparation as well as their academic preparation. We truly mean it's holistic when we talk about that we look at all of the pieces that the student fills out as they complete their application.
All right, thanks again to Lori for doing that for us. I must say she has excellent taste in her wardrobe. Now Levi said that someone, tell me who, from Florida.
Jackson Lamborn.
Jackson Lamborn, you want a blanket. I'm sorry to say that we're reserving the blankets for if you start a BYU application tonight by midnight. So instead, since I can't give you a blanket tonight, I mean, maybe you'll win one. If you start it tonight, you'd be entered to win in the drawing. We'll announce those again tomorrow on Instagram. But since we can't give him a blanket, Levi, can we give him something else?
We can give him a water bottle.
A water bottle. Now I believe that they come in...
Or it's a pencil. No, it's a water bottle.
It's a water bottle.
No. Yeah.
Then we have two colors, right?
We do. It's got that color.
So blue.
Or it's got this one.
Or silver. Blue or silver. Now these are really nice water bottles. They're insulated and of course they're branded with the BYU logo.
Yes.
So Brandon.
Jackson Lamborn.
I'm terrible with names. Jackson Lamborn from Florida. And then didn't you say there was another winner?
We got another one. This guy's got two connections. He's got a cousin named Levi and then he's got his best friend's name is Kelton, so he has to win a water bottle.
A Levi and a Kelton?
I concur. Yeah.
Yes, Kelton is all for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
His name is Isaac Proudfit.
Okay, so Isaac and Jackson, right here. Send your information. Tell us what color water bottle you want to admissions@BYU.EDU. Now, we didn't mention this before, but it is Kelton's birthday, so you mentioned Kelton. So you guys maybe should blow up the chat and wish Kelton a happy birthday.
Yeah, sing him happy birthday.
You can't see him, but he's the magic that's making it all happen. So tell him happy birthday. Okay, so Lori gave us some really great advice and talked about what a holistic review is. We just wanted to show you the deadlines, okay? So here we are. Whoop, whoop. August 26th, the application is open. We've been waiting all year for this, and I say that literally because as soon as the application opens, we turn around and we start and wait until the next one opens. November 2nd is our priority deadline. That means that you'll get extra consideration on your application if you complete it by this date. That's the date you want to shoot for, I promise you. If you can't make it by November 2nd, don't worry. The final deadline is not until December 15th. So you do have a little bit of time to get it done. Now, even if you do submit your application by November 2nd, the final decision for everyone is the same. That's in February. So you don't get to know earlier, you just get that extra consideration. Now you might be sitting there saying, wait, Kim, you missed this one. Let me back up. Okay, yeah, let's talk about that one. So January 8th is the ACT and SAT deadline, and maybe some of you are panicking right now. Don't worry, we get it. COVID has affected all of us. And we know that some of you maybe haven't been able to take a test, or you took it once, but you haven't been able to take it again, or you won't be able to take it again. We got you, it's okay. BYU is happy to announce that this year we are test optional. But what does that mean, right? It means that if you are applying for spring, summer, or fall semester or terms, 2021, or winter 2022, you have the option to submit your standardized test score. Now that's going to apply to most applicants. The BYU application is a SMART application. So as you're filling things out, it will tell you if you're required to submit a test score or not. For most students, it will not be required, okay? Now, maybe you've already taken it and you're super proud of your score and you want us to see your test score. Can you still submit it? Absolutely. If you choose to submit it to strengthen your application, that's when it goes back to that January 8th deadline. That's just when we need to receive your official highest composite score, and that's what we will use when we consider your application. So for more information, if you're not sure about it or if you want to go back and review this later, go to testoptional.byu.edu and you can read all the facts about it. All right, Levi, I think we need to give out another t-shirt.
We do. Let's give out 3.
Let's give out 3.
Let's do it. Okay, first one, this one is just for sheer action. Madison Pohl. She has a Zoom meeting with her school counselor tomorrow to discuss her application to BYU.
Tomorrow.
Isn't that
awesome.
beautiful? Madison Pohl.
Madison
We're sending
Pohl.
you a t-shirt for
You're getting
that.
a t-shirt. Tell us what size. Send it to admissions@BYU.EDU. Right there.
Number 2, Tyler Olson. He just said, shout out to the media team who is trying to read through all these comments.
That's
Bless their
right.
hearts.
We love our admissions team. Shout out to our admissions team. We love you. Thank you for all that you do. And they're all going to get carpal tunnel. I know that they've been doing finger exercises all day getting ready for this.
Yep. So we're going to give that one out. And then we've got here Kylie Sullivan. Kylie Sullivan.
Kylie Sullivan.
Shouting out her love for BYU. So we're going to send a t-shirt her way.
All right. Those 3 right here, admissions@BYU.edu. Don't forget to tell us what size you want, or else we'll just have to guess, and that's always embarrassing. Okay. I think we should do another true-false question.
Oh, good idea.
So here we go. So this one was, again, almost 50-50. Church schools have separate applications and admissions processes. Let's find out if that's true.
This is true. Although we all have the same sponsor, BYU, BYU Hawaii, BYU Idaho, and Ensign College all have their own separate applications, processes, and requirements. If you apply to more than one school, the odds will be greater that you're admitted to at least one of them.
All right, thank you, Lincoln, for telling us that that is true. So even though we all sound the same, or we're affiliated, we're all sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, we are all different. So don't let that stop you from applying. All right, that one's confirmed. Who gets swag on that one?
We got, filled out the survey, Hannah Carden.
Hannah Carden.
From, I believe, Florida.
From Florida. Thank you for filling out the survey and participating in that last week. Send your t-shirt size right here and and where to send it. We need that too. admissions@BYU.EDU. All right, we're almost halfway through, guys. You guys were doing great. Here we go. Let's talk about the application itself. Dun, dun, dun. We met up with a couple of students earlier this week and last week, and we just asked them for some advice. So these guys were in your shoes not that long ago. They went through the process. They know what you're feeling, and they've got some really great advice for you.
My first piece of advice when it comes to applying for BYU is just to relax. It can be super stressful and overwhelming, but just remember to take a deep breath and focus on what you can control.
I think the best advice that I can give to other students is to start the application process as soon as you can. The sooner you get into the tasks, the better you will be able to accomplish them, especially when it comes to your essays. If you start your essays sooner, you will have better ideas come to you as you think about the questions more. And use the essays as an opportunity to really showcase who you are, to showcase your talents and your character.
Something I really suggest doing is getting on top of that application as soon as possible, just because there is so much involved in it that in order to put forth your best work, you need to get an early jump on it. Those essays are a huge part of it, and I really suggest rereading them, having somebody else go over them, get another pair of eyes on them, and it will be greatly to your benefit.
My biggest advice to those who are applying very soon to BYU, which is so exciting, is just to show BYU what makes you you. Everybody has their own passions and goals, things they've accomplished, and so BYU wants to see what truly makes you you.
Make sure you're getting anything that involves another person done as soon as possible. You do not want to put it off to the last minute and risk not being able to turn your application in on time.
Another thing to remember is that a lot of the hard work is already behind you. For the past 3 years, you've worked super hard in school to get good grades and to serve and contribute in your community, and you put time and effort into your extracurricular activities. So a lot of the hard work is already done. Now you just get to show it off, which is really exciting to think about.
BYU, I'm sure you've heard this, has a holistic review of the application, and so they're looking at all of your experiences, and everything on your application is important.
I also prayed a lot during the application process just for overall peace, to know no matter the outcome, that I was doing the right thing and that the Lord was with me. And so I highly encourage you to do that in your application process. Seek the Lord and He will bless you and guide you.
I love being at a place where I can grow spiritually and academically, that I can grow my testimony and people around me have similar values as myself, and we respect each other and truly love each other.
Good luck with everyone and have fun.
Go Cougars, good luck.
Good luck on the application. Go Cougars, come to BYU, you will love it.
We want to give a special thank you to our students. We love the BYU students. So they mentioned a couple of times the different essays, and the BYU application is a little bit different than maybe some of the other schools, and that's because we want to know about you. So let me give you just a couple more tips of advice about your essays. First, you want to pick activities or experiences that matter the most to you. Like Jenna said, you've spent the last few years working hard in school, doing service, being in sports and involved in school activities. We want to know about you. What is the most important thing to you? That's what we want to know about. Second, avoid repetition. If you use the same example for every essay, we're not going to get a really well-rounded picture about who you are. We're going to know that one thing really well, but we want that whole picture. So mix it up. Tell us a whole bunch of different things about you. And then the third one, and this is not my strongest point myself, is the grammar and spelling. Have someone proofread it. This is such a big deal, okay? When you're doing a college essay, You want to review it. You want to have someone else review it. I think it was Cade that said, have someone else review it. Go over it multiple times, okay? You don't want to just sit down and go through all of it in one sitting. I promise that won't be your best work. Like Jamie, I think it was Jamie in the video who said that if you read the questions and then you kind of let them, you know, marinate a little, think about them for a few days, then you'll get inspired about what to write about too. Okay, one more point about essays, and that's plagiarism. So plagiarism is when you take someone else's work or ideas and you pass them off as your own. Okay, it can include obviously word for word. If you just copy their whole essays, that's going to be plagiarism. But we also have software that can detect some templates that you can just kind of change a word here and there and make it look like your own, but it's kind of the same as theirs. We can detect that, so I would advise not doing that. Plus, it's kind of against the honor code, and we don't want to know about your buddy, we want to know about you. So the best practice is to write your own essays. Let us know about you. All right, now Maddie in the video talked about recommendations and involving other outside parties. You're going to have 4 recommendations on your essay. So this is where we say, start the application tonight, reach out to those who you want to submit as your recommenders tomorrow or soon. You know, that's one of the very first things that you can do while you're marinating and thinking about those essay topics. Reach out and think about who you want to send in letters of recommendation for you. And maybe even set up your ecclesiastical endorsement interviews, because you're going to be too deep, right? So a bishop or a member of the stake presidency, and then a current seminary teacher, a high school teacher, and other. Now we have all the details about who to ask in the application itself, but you do have a little bit of options there. Okay, there we go. I think we went through another section. We should hand out some cool stuff.
Let's do some swag.
Levi,
Okay.
what have we got?
Whew, we got a lot
Thank
of
you
stuff
for all the
coming
birthday
through.
wishes for Kelton.
Yes, yes.
He's feeling the love.
He is. So we got Thon Davenport. He said drink chocolate milk for good luck.
Yes,
Oh,
we
that's
love
true.
BYU chocolate milk.
That's true, Thon. You're going to get a hat. We haven't done hats yet.
Oh, we haven't done any hats. Now, do we have blue and white?
We have blue and white.
Let's show you the BYU hats.
And I'll wear both of them so you can see it.
Well, we can only see the blue one.
Oh, no.
There you go.
There. Okay, so our next one, we've got, this is an interesting one, Jada Budenbender. I'm on this live stream in my RV driving home from dropping off my sister at BYU. I really hope you're not driving.
Yeah.
But you're going to get swag either way. You're going to get a hat.
Don't use your phone while you're driving.
Yes, hope you're not driving. And then we got one, this is so great, Nairobi Rubio. I'm so excited to go to BYU one day.
All right.
Nairobi Rubio.
So Nairobi, Jada,
and then
and
we've got
Fawn.
Thon.
All right, there you go. Tell us if you want a blue hat or a white hat, and send your information of where we can send it to you to admissions@BYU.EDU. Okay, let's do another myth busting. Okay, now this one is you are more likely to get into BYU if you apply to spring or summer term. This one was really close too. Let's find out if it's true or false.
This is not true. All applications are read and considered holistically for the term or semester for which you are applying. So recommendation is apply to the term or semester when you want to begin classes.
All right, shout out to Mark for helping us with that one. That one is totally busted. Just apply to the spring or to the term or semester that you want to attend BYU. All right. Now, as you get going in the application, you might run into some issues where you're like, I don't actually know how to answer that, okay? So we pulled up some of the actual pictures of the application. Here's one, for example. So you might look at this and say, yeah, but Kim, I went to a public school, and then I was homeschooled for a couple years, and then I ended at a private school, or something like that. You might have a lot of options. Okay, you can check all the boxes that apply to your educational experience over the last few years. If you have questions, you can see on the side that red circle is the instructions. Every page of the application will have specific instructions on how to fill it out correctly. It also is full of links that provide even more information. So if you're going through and you say, yeah, I had some college work that I did while I was in high school, that I need to get you records, or your high school transcript, yeah, look at those instructions on the right-hand panel, and that will help you fill it out correctly. Now, speaking about your transcripts, most of you are going to be inputting your transcripts manually. What that entails is in the instructions on that page, but you're essentially going to be getting an official copy of your transcript from your high school, and you're going to manually put in exactly what it says on your transcript. So if it says A, you use an A. If it says A+, use an A+. If it says a B-, put a B-. Just put it exactly as it is. If you do live in Utah and you do have an SSID number, then the screen might look like this for you, and you should be able to input your SSID number, and we should be able to receive your high school transcript electronically, so you won't have to do it manually. Now, this was just one little section that we wanted to highlight, but throughout the application, if you have questions or if you're not exactly sure what you should put, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Throughout the application, there's an option to contact us, and it'll start a why message, and we want to bring that to your attention. So this is what it's going to look like, and you can see it goes straight to the BYU Office of Admissions for undergraduates. That's us. We want your questions because we can help you. Now, if you're not in the application or if you can't find a way to do it, no worries. Just go to whymessage.byu.edu. and you can start a conversation that way also. That's the very best way to reach us with your questions because it's a secured email. It's housed right here at BYU, and because of the security, you're able to give us your information and we can respond and make sure that that information stays secured. Okay.
Whew!
That was a big section.
Nothing gets me more excited than screenshots of the app.
Then screenshots of the app.
Whew,
I think we need to, I need to think we need to give something away.
Okay, let's give two things away.
Sheesh. What kind of chats do we have going on?
Well, we got a really good question actually, which you could help us answer. Michaela Core said, asking for a friend, for those who are not members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, do they need ecclesiastical endorsements?
Oh, really good question. So Michaela, is that right?
Yep, Michaela
Okay,
Kors.
so Michaela asked a really good question about if you're not a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and you're interested in attending BYU, you do still need an ecclesiastical endorsement. You'll still need to go through the 2 layers, too deep. But you're welcome to have that first interview with your pastor or ecclesiastical leader, and then the second one would be with the BYU chaplain. So we are welcome and invite those who are not of our faith to attend also.
Lovely. And Michaela getting a shirt.
Michaela's getting a shirt. So thanks for your question. Send what size you want right here, admissions@byu.edu.
We got 2 more things. Just a note, bless your heart, Nairobi Rubio. She said, I've never been so happy to get a hat. Just a little follow-up from there.
They're good hats.
And then we got another question from Danica Kilton. How many choirs are there at BYU? I don't think any of us know.
Danica, there are so many.
But
I don't know.
We're calling it right now. I'm calling it right now. Danica's going to be a member of one of those.
Danica, I have faith that you're going to be a member of one of the BYU choirs.
And
there are a lot. We have an amazing music program.
And you're getting a shirt. So
and you're getting a shirt. Here you go. Admissions@byu.edu. Tell us what size and where to send it. All right, I think we should do another myth bust and give out another shirt for someone who participated in our survey. So this one was that BYU only admits students who have graduated from seminary. Let's see if that's true.
This is a myth. BYU highly encourages that you participate in and graduate from seminary, but we do know that that option is not available to all students. If you are not able to participate in seminary, there's a place in the application where you can explain why not.
Shout out to Lincoln, who, if you don't know Lincoln, you're missing out because he's got the best Michael Caine impression. So yeah, we love seminary, we support seminary. I did early morning seminary and release time seminary. Love seminary, but that's busted. We do accept applicants who have not graduated from seminary. All right, here we go. You guys were in the home stretch. paying for school, right? Everyone wants money. How do you get it? Where does it come from? We're going to tell you right now. We sat down earlier this week, or I think it was last week actually, but Sean Hancock, the Associate Director in the Financial Aid Office, sat down to tell us how you can get money to pay for your BYU education.
There are multiple types of financial aid that is available to our students at BYU. We have federal student aid, which includes the federal Pell Grant and loans. We have BYU scholarships, which are scholarships that come directly from BYU. We have third-party scholarships, and we have the Cougar Pell Promise. Yes, so students that are wanting to be considered for the federal Pell Grant or loans will fill out the free application for federal student aid, often referred to as the FAFSA. Students can find this by going to fafsa.gov online. The application is free. From the information that you fill out on that application, it determines not only your federal aid eligibility, but also that's used to help with scholarship eligibility as well at BYU. The FAFSA becomes available on October 1st, and students that want to fill out the FAFSA can start filling it out then. For scholarship purposes, you should have the FAFSA completed by December 15th, but the FAFSA remains open, of course, beyond that as well. There's multiple types of BYU scholarships available. We have academic scholarships, scholarships that are need-based, and scholarships from donors that might be dependent on certain characteristics of the applicant. The scholarship application is available through scholarships.BYU.EDU, where it can be accessed to fill out and complete. The scholarship application is relatively simple. However, we encourage applicants to fill the whole thing out so they can be considered for the whole array of scholarships that we have at BYU. Of those students that are freshmen that enrolled at BYU, last year a little over 40% of them received scholarships through BYU. Yes, well, students could potentially use the information on the essays for the admission application on the scholarship application. The purpose of the scholarship application essays is more to assess information and need of our applicants for scholarships, whereas, of course, the admission application has a different purpose. Third-party scholarships, also known as off-campus scholarships or private scholarships, are available to students here at BYU. BYU provides a tool to help students actually find a lot of those opportunities. Students go to scholarships.BYU.EDU. There is a tool there called Scholarship Universe, where a student can access and create a profile, and with that profile it can hopefully help link you to available scholarships that most match your eligibility. Additionally, Scholarship Universe is safe and vetted, meaning that scholarships that may exist out there that are trying to data mine or collect information from you will be weeded out in that tool, and it keeps your information safe.
Okay, so there's that thing. It said don't forget to submit your application by December 15th. Both applications, right? The FAFSA and the BYU scholarship application. Now there's one thing that Sean mentioned that maybe you're going, I've never heard of that. And that's the BYU Cougar Pell Promise. What exactly is that? Well, it's something new that we're super excited to tell you about because we want you to know that your financial situation should never be the reason that you don't apply to BYU. So if you're looking for ways to get your education funded, this is a super great way. Let's hear more about it. Keith is going to tell us.
BYU students get financial aid from many different sources, including federal aid. One kind of federal help is the Pell Grant. This is money awarded on the basis of financial need. If your Pell Grant and scholarships aren't enough to cover your tuition, Cougar Pell Promise will pay the difference. To qualify for a Cougar Pell Promise, you must be admitted to BYU right out of high school, fill out the BYU scholarship application, and qualify for a Pell Grant by completing the FAFSA. The Cougar Pell Promise will last 8 semesters as long as you meet the requirements. Read up on these and more about how to qualify for the Cougar Pell Promise at this website.
All right, thanks again to Keith for explaining the Cougar Pell Promise.
Keith!
Woo! Those are both really great guys, and we really appreciate both of them taking the time to help us explain a little bit more about financial aid and scholarships.
They're like the best friends you've never had, in all honesty. Go get to know them when you're here.
Yeah, you should. I got to travel with them last year, and they're both super fun, great guys. All right, we're going to do another myth bust. If I don't throw my clicker. Okay, admission to BYU is guaranteed if you know a BYU donor or employee. Now, I know that you guys all think that we're like best friends, and you're like, but Kim, let me in. Let's see if I can, shall we?
This is not true. Because of our holistic admissions process, we consider every piece of your application, and there's not one single thing that guarantees admission. Additionally, having a special connection to someone at the university does not increase your chances of being admitted. Each and every applicant at BYU that is admitted does so on their own merits, abilities, and attributes.
All right, that's my man, Levi right there. Yes, isn't he great? Okay.
You guys should also know that took me legit 300 times to say.
That one took a lot. It had a lot of words, and I'm glad that it was pre-recorded.
And punctuation.
And punctuation, and yeah.
It was hard.
But we're grateful that you explained that for us, because it's not true. So we can still be friends, guys, but we can't get you into BYU. You've got to do that on your own. All right, here we go. We've got some winners. Now, we need to give away, first we got to give away a swag winner for our survey. And
yes.
I think we missed a couple of those. Guys, I'm so sorry. Tell us who's winning right now.
Okay, we got Grayson Spencer.
Grayson Spencer.
From West Jordan, Utah.
Oh, from here in Utah, West Jordan. Grayson Spencer. Send us your information, admissions@BYU.EDU. But I think we should give away some more swag.
Oh, for sure.
Is there anything we haven't given away yet? Like, I feel like we've got some things in there maybe.
I feel kind of bad because I dug into the box and there are actually sweatshirts here.
We got sweatshirts?
Yeah, so here we go.
All right, here we go. Sweatshirt winners.
Here we go. So somebody said seminary is even better when you have it in your basement. I don't know, but shout out to the basement seminary
Shout
people.
out to basement seminary.
Haley Blake, you're
Haley
gonna win.
Blake, okay.
Okay, here we go. We're looking for someone else. Let's see. We've got here, Katie Howe asked a very important question. Will this stream stay on YouTube?
Oh, Katie, super good question. Yes, so this is live tonight, obviously, but within the next day or two, it will be posted on the BYU Livestream YouTube channel, and you can watch it on demand. We'll probably keep it up. I don't know, Kelton, how long do you think we'll keep this up? A couple weeks?
This will be up forever.
Up forever? It might be up forever, guys. You guys can come back and hang out with me anytime.
On the BYU Admissions YouTube channel.
BYU Admissions YouTube channel. So there you go. You can come back and watch it. Tell your friends if they missed it tonight too that they can come back and watch it.
Yes. And then our last winner, Teresa Hungerford. BYU is the GOAT. Teresa, you're the GOAT.
Teresa, you're the GOAT.
And you're winning a sweatshirt.
Okay, you three, sweatshirt. Send your information and what size to admissions@BYU.EDU. Okay? Now, we're nearing the end of this broadcast. We've got a few things that we want to remind you about. The application is available today. That's right. It's open. It's ready for you. Priority deadline for extra consideration is November 2nd. Now, I will chime in here that if you are looking for housing at BYU, if you want to live on campus, the earlier you submit your application, the higher you are in the housing priority list. So you might want to keep that in mind too. Just a little more incentive to get that application in sooner. Final deadline, December 15th. If you choose to accept or to submit a ACT or SAT, that deadline is January 8th. Okay? Again, that's going to be optional for most of you. Now, Levi, we told everyone that if they start the application tonight and they get it in by midnight Utah time, that they're going to be entered into a drawing and we're going to receive one of 5 BYU blankets.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be on our Instagram stories tomorrow. So you want to follow us on social media. Here are all of our handles. So yeah, we're everywhere. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, and Instagram, YouTube.
We got handles on handles.
We got handles on the handles. There you go. Make sure you follow us. We're super easy to find. BYU Admissions. That's how you find us. All right. Now, this fall, we're going to be doing something a little bit different.
We are.
Levi, do you want to take a minute and just tell us about BYU Life and what that's going to look like?
Yeah. Basically, as we've traveled around the country, we know that you're interested in learning about BYU, you know, kind of seeing a fun, lighter side of BYU. So we're creating this new video series for you. I can't give you too many details. I can only promise that it will be one of the greatest things you've seen, or at least like top 100 greatest things you've ever seen. Either one of those. So yeah, but it's going to be called BYU Life. You'll see that popping up on our YouTube channel. Again, follow us on social media, Instagram, hashtag BYU Life. You'll start to see some cool things coming out there.
Cool. BYU Life coming at you this fall. Now, I'm no Jimmy Fallon, and you're not really Steve Higgins, but it's going to be pretty legit. It's going to be fun.
Yeah,
so
like,
it's going to be a good time.
I'm pretty sure James Corden's going to call us and try and steal our ideas.
He might.
But that's cool. I like James.
Yeah, we like James. All right. So let's do another myth bust before we end the evening. We got more shirts that we need to hand out. So if you don't get in to BYU as a freshman, you can apply again as a transfer student. This goes out to all of my students out there right now that are thinking maybe they want to transfer to BYU. Let's see what your options are.
This is true. We hope that if you are not admitted to BYU the first time you apply, that you continue to grow in experience and education and apply again when the time is right for you. We gladly accept transfer students from all across the country.
All right, so all of you that are looking to transfer to BYU, absolutely. Start your application, it's open. All right, that wraps up our evening. We're so grateful that you guys all spent your evening with us here at BYU Admissions. We hope that you start your application tonight. We'll be looking for it. Remember, if you start it by midnight, you'll be entered to win a drawing. Winners announced tomorrow at on our Instagram stories. Have a good night and go Cougars.